Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got 3 replays in the incredibly broken tier 7 tank destroyer that's German and it's premium, the E25. Now, why is it broken? Well, yeah, the camo. That's the simple answer. The camo on this tank is utterly crazy. It's got the old camo system that they used to have on TDs on the old PC water tanks, where when you fire you basically lose no camo rating, barely any at all. You'd still lose a bit but not much, and as well as having ridiculous camo rating. Now I run Brothers in Arms, rapid loading, sixth sense, situational awareness, green thumb, muffled shot, camouflage expertise, the steady aim and track mechanic on this tank, and the 3 different camo perks that this tank can have make it absolutely invisible, right? Because take muffled shot for instance, right? Muffled shot will limit the amount that firing has on your camo rating, the effect that it has, by 35%. Well, if the effect that firing has on your camo rating is really low anyway, that basically makes it so that you will be nigh on invisible even if you're firing at people. And it's broken, because I also run rammer, optics and a camo net on this tank. The new camo net that we have makes it just... oh boy, this tank is filthy. This tank is pure filth, right? Because it's just... well, to be fair, it's broken. The camo on this tank is broken. You can be... and I think I had it a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of days ago when I was playing, and I was sat 150 metres away from a KV3, just farming his whole health. He couldn't see me. He couldn't do anything about it. And yeah, the camo is just crazy. It means that you can be so bold and confident just to do stupid stuff that you know you can get away with. Like normally, in any other tank destroyer, I'd pull up here, and I'd probably as soon as I fired at this guy, I'd probably get spotted. And the rate of fire is just utterly nuts. If you've got the food boost, and you've got the rammer, and you've got the rapid loading skill, you're seeing in front of you 2.1 second reload. If you've got food not activated, it's a 2.2 second reload. It's filthy. And I did toy about with dropping the rapid loading skill and putting something like run and gun on, so you could do nutty run and gun shooting with this tank, which it can do. And yeah, it drops you to about 2.6 seconds on the reload. So I decided, you know what, that crazy reload, I've got to have it with the rapid loading skill. So yeah, this tank's it's just absolutely nuts, and to be honest, it's pure memes. What you can get away with in this tank is just so stupid, it's unbelievable. And it's something that pretty much only this tank can do, as that poor guy gets wrecked. As you see, we're a stealthy tank destroyer, and we're playing extremely aggressive on this map. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get the kill on the KV1S, and we didn't get round to kill the 45 TP as well, which you'll see later it is a bit sad, because I literally hit the KV1S just as he died, and like I say, you'll see in a bit. But look, this is me. I'm just thinking, you know, let's be extremely aggressive, right? If anything tries to poke out and shoot at me, I'm going to wreck it. And the one thing you've got to know is what you can take a hit from, really. So like, I'm confident to pull in front of a T21, for example, because he'll hit me for 100, I'll hit him for 100, but I reload ridiculously quickly, and I will just absolutely wreck his day. Driving out in front of an IS, who I might struggle to pen a little bit, right, and he'll hit me for 390. Yeah, this is not the best and most wise idea to do. So you've got to pick your targets. And you are seeing, like I say, on this game on Mountain Pass, that we're just being ridiculously aggressive and just getting away with it. We've racked up 2.6k damage, 128 assist. Oh, and the other thing that the other thing that is absolutely ridiculous about this tank, right, is that it's got preferential matchmaking. It will never see tier 9s. Most of the time it will be tier 7, and only a quarter of the time, really, in my experience of playing the tank, will it be tier 8. And it's just utterly filthy. I mean, you imagine, really, that a tank has to have a good amount of view range to spot you. If you're top tier against tier 5s and 6s, they just can't see you. they just really struggle to see and you can't do anything. And here's what I'm on about. We got 7 kills, which means if we'd actually just got that shot that second earlier on the KV-1S, it would have been Radley's. 1850 base XP, 3.2k damage. Like I say, it's the Devastator. And a decent game for the E25. I'm not even going to state that that's a good game for the E25 because this tank is nuts. So here's the next game, and this is on Kaunas, and this was on stream as well. Somebody asked, oh, could you play the E25? I want to see what you can do in it, and I want to see what the tank can do with its stupid camo. And it's like, okay then, challenge accepted. So we're on Kaunas, and like I say, I mean, if you kit this out for full camo, it's just nuts. And you don't need snapshot, and you don't really need run and gun, because it's already quite accurate, right? And if you're firing on the move and you're driving in a straight line, you'll hit most of your targets anyway, especially in 6.0 world with steady aim. Snapshot obviously doesn't work because you've not got a turret, so you don't need to take either of those 2 perks, which means that you can take the other camo perks easily. And if you're doing something like sitting in this bush here, like with Green Thumb, for example, I've got 10% better camo. Now, we get spotted there, which means there's a light tank somewhere very close. Because that Hellcat, even when we fired, was still outside of our camo range. So there's something somewhere that can see me. And look, it's actually another E25. He must have caught me just as I pulled into the bush and fired. And that's how he spotted me. So we're trying to pull back here to try and get a shot at the UDES, get the gun depression. And it's like, okay, I'll just start firing. Now again, if I was in any other TD, or any other medium, I probably wouldn't have been spotted there firing at that UDES, but I didn't get spotted. And if you catch something out in the open and start farming it, yeah, oh my goodness me, you've ripped them to shreds. You just got to bear in mind that the shell velocity on the AP is a little bit slow, because it's the same gun that you get on the VK3002M and on the VK3001P. I think it's the stock gun for the Panther, maybe, possibly, I don't know. But yeah, it's the same tier 6 gun on the tier 7 TD, which is why it has a crazy rate of fire. And it's actually really a fairly accurate gun as well. It's just not got the pen. It's like 150 odd pen and 190 something premium pen. Which means if you were to see tier 9s, you'd struggle a fair bit with the penetration, but I mean, if you just load the gold, you probably would pen them anyway. So we're going to change up a position here because the flank that we were looking at has failed, and we're now going to look for shots at the guys that are attacking the cap. We can't quite get shots at them here yet, but then they're pushing in. Here comes a Panther. It's like, right, okay, rate of fire time. And we're just going to absolutely mince this guy. He's got tracked, which means that if we can... Oh, we couldn't quite get the pinpoint shots into his tracks there. And now we're actually getting blind fired by this Tiger P. This Tiger P knew. This man knew. And he was taking blind shots at us. We couldn't quite stay there to basically keep shooting at him. So there was no point staying there, because he's, like I say, he's blind firing us. He knows we were there. And you don't want to take that risk. I don't want to lose my health yet. We're trying to pop some blind shots at him. He's not there. I need to be careful of my ammo, because the E25 is one of those that will run out of ammo. And you need to bear that in mind, that it only has, like, what, 60 rounds? And because of the rate of fire, 2.2 seconds, you absolutely blitz through them so quickly, it's ridiculous. So you just got to be careful of how much you're firing. Now this IS-3 is in front of us, we're just going to absolutely work him over with the DPM. We've got the premium in, which means we can pen him just about. And I'm hoping we'll finish him off, but we're only tracking him, and he gets finished off by the IKV-90B. So now I'm just going to move forward, and then we actually get this Tiger P spotted up. And it's like, right, okay, well, now's the time to start firing. We're going for the lower plate, and he's actually, like I say, this man knows. He's blind firing at us. It's like, okay, no. I'm just going to have to keep moving, keep firing. Hopefully he won't hit me. But then I've decided now that I've got him to the point where I've still got hit points. If I take a hit, by the time he's reloaded, I'll have finished him off. So he's put 2 shots into me, and I've taken most of his health. So it was like, yeah, that's worth the trade. We've got rid of him. Now there's only 7 tanks left for them. There's 1 in the cap. We're up to 3.5k damage. The KV-2's attacking our TD up there, and I'm thinking, should I go for the shots at this guy? Yeah, we'll see if we can get shots at him as he crosses over. And we try and get 1 into the top of his turret. Don't unfortunately do it. He is driving across the open past these buildings. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too low for us to get on those buildings, but he keeps driving out anyway, so we're just going to start pummeling the shots in. Unfortunately, he gets behind the building though, so we can't get any more at him. So we're going to drive forward, see if we can get a better angle at him and get a shot, because we want to get rid of him. But he actually gets shut down there by the Trinity, and now there's a Mill 1 that's sat out in the open. Now again, any other TD, any other medium tank, I'm getting spotted by that Emil easily. Nope, don't get spotted in the E25. Get to farm a bit of his health before he gets shut down. And now we're moving on to the next victims. There's a Minuteman over there, and hopefully we'll get a shot at him. Go for the back drive wheel. Unfortunately bounced because it's a Minuteman, but now we're going for the front drive wheel because that is where the Minuteman's weak spot is. And he drives forward, unfortunately for us, so we actually can't get another shot at him, which is kind of sad. But we're going to try and snipe one into the side of his turret, but yeah, we don't take it. It's too risky of a shot to take. So we're just going to drive around, pop a shot into the back of his turret, which doesn't work. I don't know why I'm still trying to shoot. We've got his front drive. Shoot the front drive. There we go. Well played. You finally got there. And he gets shut down. And we finished that game with 1,000 assisted and 4.6k damage. This tank is just 4.7k damage, 2.1k base as well. So that's 5.7k combined. Ace tanker, high caliber, Confederate in the E25. This tank, man, this tank is utterly filthy. 2153 base XP as well. Yeah, it's just a crazy tank. I cannot reiterate how much this tank is broken. And it can be a tremendous amount of fun just because of the ridiculousness of the tank. You know, if you know what I mean, like, some of the stuff you can get away with is just hilarious. Is it good for the game? Hell no. But should you decide to pick it up if it's on discount? Probably, yeah, if you want to have fun. Like I say, you fit out a crew with the full camo setup, a bit of accuracy in there. You know, you want the trap mechanic. People might be going, well, why do you take trap mechanic? Well, if you get shot in the side while you're driving and you get tracked, it does swing you around. You want your tracks to get back on quickly. You don't want to stay pinned anywhere for too long. So getting trap mechanic on there will get you repaired quicker, basically. So now we're on LLMA. It's one of the new maps. And I'm going to take up a very aggressive position that's a good place, really, for scouts to go. Unfortunately, we missed the shots on that T-50-2. And yeah, I'm just going to wait to get unspotted before I fully crest up on top of this ridgeline. Now we're unspotted, it's time to go. Because look at this. We've got the perfect shots across at these guys. I'm pretty sure we broke that guy's engine. We're going to keep firing. The only reason we got spotted there is because the light tank was YOLOing across in front of us. That's pretty much it. That's the only reason. If no one is YOLOing around in that middle area, you are going to do some serious damage if people get spotted. So this Type 59 is driving up in front of us. He's not even realised we're here, so it's just like, oh, this is a free farm. You know what? Let's track him and keep going. We start getting shot in the back by a light tank, but I'm thinking, you know what? There's a heavy tank directly behind me, and another one across at C4. They're going to shoot this light tank for me. Nope. They don't. They don't even bother with him. So I'm like, okay then, I'm going to have to do it myself. And this is just savage. This poor T92, I managed to just about move out the way because I felt like he was going to fire. We get another one into him there. Unfortunately, I made the mistake of letting him out of that corner. I think I did it purely because I wanted to try not to take another hit. But unfortunately, I ended up taking a hit anyway, and it was just a bad decision to let him out. But yeah, that T92 got up behind us. Like I say, there was two heavy tanks that were behind us with a good line of sight, and I was thinking maybe they'll shoot him and it will dissuade him and it will actually he'll just drive away, but unfortunately he didn't, and we just savaged the poor guy. Now we're back to farming again. This TVP VTU is next on the list. We get some nice shots into this guy, and now there's another IS. Well, I say another IS. There is an IS crossing across the open now. It's like, oh, okay then. Hello, Mr. IS. How's it going? How's those hit points for you? Oh, they're delightful. We end up getting spotted there because there's actually a light tank directly behind us, which means that our camo's gone. And I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to get rid of this pesky T50-2. So we shut him down, and we just keep pulling back, because we're not going to get tagged here and end this game. We're already up to 3.7k damage, 216 assistance. I'm thinking, what can I do next? Well, I'm going to see if I can get a shot at this ARL 44 to help this heavy tank out. But unfortunately, he's actually below a dip, so I can't quite get shots at him. So the next thing I want to do is try and get some shots at this Dragon. This position that I'm in here is a really good position on Alamein, because you can get, again, you can get shots across lots of different areas of the map. You're in a really, you're pretty much right in the centre of the map. And you've got a lot of cover to duck into if it all goes wrong, because you can duck into the little ditch that's on my left, or I can duck back behind these rocks if they're all in front of me. It's a good little position to take. And in a tank like the E25, look what we've managed to achieve from just this position. It's just dirty. So we're looking for shots at this SU-130PM that we know was back there. Unfortunately, we don't get a shot blind into him, which would have been nice. I'm just watching now to see if he gets spotted up by the light tank, which he doesn't. Just looking at the KV-85, seeing if we have a shot. Unfortunately not, again, because of the ridge line in front of us. And it's nearly getting to the time where I should probably think about moving on, because the game's advanced now. There's 4 tanks. There's 2 light tanks behind me, the KV-1S, or KV-85, sorry, and the SU-130PM, which is full health. So we're going to now advance the game. We're going to move forward, and we're going to look for some shots at this SU-130PM, which we know is up on the ridge lines over there in their base. But I want to kind of stay away from the MT-25. You can see me looking there concerned about it, because I don't want to get spotted by this MT-25 and then have the SU-130PM just start blitzing me. We actually only, that SU-130PM shot only just missed us there as he was shooting as the heavy tank. That was very fortunate. But now he's over there. We know exactly where he is. So I want to get this guy, and I'm thinking, you know what, I might just meme. I mean, he's going to kill me, right, if he catches me with a shot, but I want to just YOLO him and see how much damage I can get. And just there, he ends up getting spotted. He shoots at someone else. It's like, well, he's now running away. Let's just put as many shots in as possible before he gets behind cover, which is what he does. So we're just going to go chasing after him. We don't know where that light tank is at the minute. He was over in this direction somewhere, so it's plausible that he could get spotted up. And in fact, exactly there he is. And it's like, right, okay, let's go for this guy. Get one shot in to track him. He ends up missing his shot there. I'm going to pull back in case he's still loaded. But he just doesn't seem to be taking the shots at me. Unfortunately enough, I managed to shut him down. But now we're detecting, it's like, okay, where's the SU? Oh, there he is. No. The SU shuts us down. But, fortunate enough for me, he's low health. A lot of the team are still very healthy. And when we finished that game, we finished that game with 2 kills, 4.8k damage, 637 assistance, ace tanker, Confederate, high caliber, let's say 2k base, and another brokenly good game in the E25. This tank, honestly, is ridiculous. If it's on discount, you should pick it up just because it's fun with its ridiculousness, but, you know, it is what it is. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!